Rick George sat down with DMVR, and he dropped an interesting tidbit that I think you and all old Colorado Buffalo fans would appreciate. Rick George said when talking about Nebraska, we love to play every year.
Yeah,
it's good for the game. I'm talking about the classic Buffalo fans who've been there.
I got you.
But Matt, I know how much the rivalry with Nebraska means to you. I know how much you want CU to play them every year. What did seeing this from Rick George mean to you? What are your thoughts?
I mean, immediately after reading it, and again, DNVR, tip of the cap. You guys always do a great job. After reading it, I immediately reposted it and said this needs to happen and tagged him. He's been on the show before. I'll definitely try and get him on again here in the next, month or so. Mason Crosby's on next week, by the way.
Ooh, nice.
The fucking leg, the 9-iron as we call him. Man. So that'll be awesome to get Mason on next week and talk some shop. But I think that this needs to happen for both because I know the other side of the rivalry. I was just in Missouri with my side of the family. They're all Nebraska Cornhuskers. There's Nebraska flags everywhere. All of them. When I went to see you, I broke the mold. Like all my grandparents and all my aunts and uncles and cousins and all the family, they're all Nebraska Communist fans or Cornhusker fans. And I lived in Denver and Santa Cruz and shit. And I didn't like Nebraska and I gravitated more to the black and gold. And the rivalry was personal between me and the team. But it was personal between me and my family.
Right.
Like the entire 90s and early 80s when I actually knew what was going on and my parents would help stoke the rivalry, especially with my aunt Cindy Tomsax, her family all in Omaha, when they would beat us by 3 fucking points the day after Thanksgiving and just by the skin of their fucking teeth every year. Like the 96 game where we lost 16-12 in Lincoln and kicked 4 field goals and had a bunch of turnovers and just couldn't fucking score a touchdown. I get a phone call and they sing that goddamn Big Red song and that's back when we had answering machines and shit. So this is a little different for me. I seriously went to Colorado to beat them and change the trajectory of the rivalry. And I understand that when you look at the history, they've got a lot more wins. But that happened in the 80s and 70s and 60s and shit. I don't have any relevant from 89 on, it has been from 86 when they first beat them with McCartney on, it has been an absolute bloodbath when they play each other. And I beat them 3 out of 5 years when I was there, and they won 3 out of 4 overall. And I think it needs to happen every year. It's a really quick drive right down the street. They come to us, we go to them. We can now do it in the when it's nice outside instead of when it's fucking 4 degrees. And I just think it would be good for both fan bases. And there's this narrative in Denver now where everyone's like, oh, well, the CSU game means more. Are you high? I understand weed's legal here, but come on, wait till you get home. CSU is important, but it has nothing and compared to it is a far second pitch in rivalries. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Colorado State is a big game in the state of Colorado. Colorado, Nebraska was a big game in the United States the day after Thanksgiving for fucking years.
Yeah.
So it just means more to the Colorado people. And you know what? It didn't used to mean as much to Nebraska people. They used to look at us like we look at CSU. That's the way they used to look at us. They were annoyed by us. We couldn't beat them. We beat them a couple of times, won a national title, and now we're just annoying, but they're real rivals, Oklahoma. Now, everybody I talk to fucking hates us. They despise us. They hate the coaches. They hate the players. They hate the history. They hate 62-36. And that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because now we're on the same level of hate, which is exactly where rivalries need to be in this business. So I think it would be huge for both schools if they played every year, and I hope they figure it out.
I agree with you, Matt. And I think in this era of college football, where we're seeing so much change, so much stuff that's different than what it used to be. I think having tradition, having rivalries like this goes a long way. And I think
that there's a lot of schools that should consider this. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State should play at the beginning of the year every year.
Agreed.
All these rivalries that used to be that are no longer. Like the fact that Pitt and West Virginia have to figure out a way to schedule each other and they're not playing every year, is a fucking disaster. Like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about? So in college football, for all of its positives, that's one of the things that really, I never thought that they would let the rivalries be dictated by money.
Yeah, that's where it's, yeah.
Like everything now is being dictated by money. And college football used to be a little bit more pure than that. I'm not talking about kids getting paid. You know how I feel about that. Get paid, bro. Get your fucking money. Fuck them. That's not, and it's none of the fans' money either. So I don't know why they're worried about it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to rivalries and things of that nature, the fans want to see them. And like you could put Colorado, Nebraska in Sports Authority where the Broncos play every year and it would sell out to the tip.
I agree. Yeah. It was electric last year, man. I have no doubt about that. I agree with you. I grew up watching the Apple Cup. Washington and Washington State aren't in the same conference anymore. They're still figuring out how to do that.
They need to play every year. Every year.
Yeah.
Like they played every year for 100 years, bro. And now you're just like, oh, yeah, fuck you. We're not going to play.
It's crazy to me, man. I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand. Washington and Washington State are figuring it out. Like, they're playing an Apple Cup this
Oregon
season.
and Oregon State figured it out. They're playing at the beginning of the year every year.
So CU and Nebraska, I think, should figure it out too for the sake of both fan bases. We need more tradition, and we need to keep tradition in college football, and I think having this rivalry would do that, Matt. Sticking on the Nebraska train, Matt, before we bring in our special guest, Xavier Payne, Scott Frost made some interesting comments.
Did you hear this?
So Scott Frost, former head coach at Nebraska, now he went back to UCF and is head coach at UCF again. He was asked about what he learned from his time coaching the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and he said, and quote, "Don't take the wrong job."
Oh,
I thought that was an odd, interesting comment. Matt,
no, it's a dick comment. It's a real dick thing to say,
is he like an alum of the school? Is he from Lincoln?
He fucked it up. He's not only an alum, he won a national title there as a starting quarterback. He's one of their best players ever.
Yeah.
I know that Lawrence Phillips whipped his ass and threw him down some stairs and shit for making his girlfriend, but other than that, he was a really good player. I heard this, and all I can think about is Scott Frost has no accountability whatsoever personally, because I'm just going to go. I'm sorry, Xavier Payne's parents, if you're watching. I'm sorry, everybody that has rabbit ears, but I'm going to get real right now. Scott Frost went to Lincoln and was man-whoring himself out to everything that could walk, was drunk in meetings, was drunk around recruits, was partying his ass off like it was 1997 again and they were splitting the national title with Michigan. Did not take the job seriously, let his fucking players and his assistants run amok. There was zero discipline, and that's why he got ran the fuck out of Lincoln. So maybe it was a perfect marriage when it became. He was coming from undefeated UCF. Yeah. He's a former player. I thought it was going to be a fucking match made in heaven, bro. I was like, Nebraska's got it. They're going to fucking their back. God damn it. And when it imploded, remember why it imploded? They had 1 year where they went 3-9 and they lost 8 games by 1 score. Like, they had a really good team that just couldn't get over the hump. You want to know why they couldn't get over the fucking hump? Because this guy was drunk and fucking all of the interns. And he wasn't coaching. And I'm sorry if that hurts everybody's feelings and, like, you can't say a curse word around certain softies in this country, but that's the truth. And it's not, I'm not just saying this. This is not something I was just talking about this with my family that's from Nebraska, and they're all Nebraska fans. They can't stand the fucking guy and gonna give his dick in his pants, blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, Scott Frost screwed this up, not Nebraska. Nebraska went and hired one of their native sons that won a natty, and it's supposed to be Tom Osborne's guy. So, Scott, a little bit of like look in the mirror, homie, and just point the thumb and not the finger, especially at the fucking fan base that you isolated and fucked over that loved you. You can't ever go back. I can't imagine not being able to go home. Like
where he played and won. Like,
sexuals that hate me, and there's natural tension because of the business I'm in, and like Brett's probably not going to go to school there, and this fuckboy in the comments is going to beat me up at the tailgate because of it or whatever. That I can't imagine not being welcome home. Like I can walk right in the Champion Center and just go sit down and start talking shop. Like that's home. He can't go home. You know how shitty that is? That sucks, dog. and he did that. You fucked this up, Scott, so don't be a prick.
He did it to himself, Matt, and I think
a prick.
I think you you gave a history lesson for those who want the truth about it.
Well, I don't think we're going to be sending
comments, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I saw these comments. I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Come on, Scott. I make sure you pick the right job. What?
I'm like, especially Matt, he played. It's like you just mentioned.
What?
He ain't gonna go back to Lincoln now. Like, how is he supposed to walk in?
Crazy, so it's fucking nuts, dog.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, Matt, hey, hold on real quick before we bring Xavier on.
Okay, Johnny, I'm gonna send you another link here, Matt.
Johnny, chill, bro. You're good. Everything's good. It's not my job to send my recruits to Boulder. It's their job to recruit them.
Now we appreciate you.
Okay, so Jackson Roper has got his 7th offer. K-State just offered him. Has CU offered him yet? No. Davis Moon just got Syracuse. CU offered him yet?
No.
Just
public information.
Phoenix State just got Liberty, and Wisconsin's recruited the shit out of him. Did they CU offer him yet?
Not that I know.
No. Nick McChesney, my son, he's going to be a baller. His dad might have been able to play a little bit. They offer him yet? Nope.
Oh, man.
Reese Russell, Matt Russell. Matt Russell won the Buckets.
Yes.
The best linebacker in the fucking country at CU. They offered Reese 16th. They offered Deacon 13th.
Let's
Mike Sanford offered Breck, and he never got re-offered. So just keep that in mind.
Crazy. Also, are you serious?
Mike Sanford offered Breck when he was a freshman in high school at Valor High School 3 years ago when they were 1-11, and he never got re-offered by the school again.
But
he's offered by them, but they never were like, "Hey, we're in here." So come on, man, miss me with this shit. I don't work for Colorado. I played at Colorado, and I love the university. And if you got problems, I'll be at the tailgate, dog, and you can come say some shit. That's the thing. Yeah. I was just at Hog Wars this morning. Hog Wars is like this, like this thing in Colorado where all the linemen go and compete and shit, right? And I know there's a ton of coaches that don't like me and a ton of all this shit. And they're all eyeballing me, but none of these motherfuckers say anything.
Right, yeah.
So I'll be at the tailgate and you can walk up and we can have a conversation. And if you say the wrong thing, I'll squish your motherfucking head like a grape.